Hello, everybody. Today we are going to talk about. We saw some logic circuit and we saw some of the logic circuit simulation and other things. Today we are going to find out how we are going to create a component. Component is like an AND circuit or a NOT circuit or an AND circuit and things like how we are actually physically going to make those structures. Okay, that is what today we are going to learn some other things. The first thing is ordinary an AND gate consists of a resistor and a transistor. Okay, the transistor's got or triode. It's called a triode. So it has got a three input, one for positive, one for negative, and another one is the gated one, which gives you the gate. Okay, and then you have a resistor R1, which is the actual resistor, which gives you the gate kind of the functionaries. Okay, so when you put an input high on A, then you get an output which is high or low depending on what on the other side, depending on what kind of input you give it. Okay, for an AND gate the structure is like this. Okay, you got three resistors and three transistors and another resistor which is on the thing, and the Q state is the outside like this, and Qn state is the positive state. Okay, those kind of things. Okay, now if you given 1 1 1 here, then you have a Q state which is 1 on the other end. Okay, so that is you get a positive voltage, then it is called a so the three things are connected almost like a straight line, and then you get a 1 on the other side. Okay, so this is the AND structure. Now if you are looking at OR structure, this is an implementation of an OR circuit, I think. Okay, so you put on one here and one here and one here, and we give a voltage of 1 1 1, and then what happens is all the three resistors are like switching. So it is going to take in the input, and what is the output that is going to come in is around 1 voltage, depending on what kind of input you have given here. So it can be a 1 1 and a 0, or a 1 0 0. Even if you give a 1 0 0 voltage, then you have a 1 outside. Okay, so you have 1 voltage outside. If you have one here, then what happens? The 2 volts, the kind of thing that is coming in, but one of the volts is reduced down, and you get the one on the other side. So this is R2. So this is like a kind of 3 input NOR gate. Okay, not a AND gate, it's called a NOR gate. Okay, so it has got a reverse kind of things. Okay, it's a 3 input OR you can make, or 3 input NOR you can make. This is a NOR circuitry. So you have to find out what is a NOR circuitry and how it works. Now we are not, first we will see how a resistor is made, how we can make a resistor. Resistors are common elements which are available. Usually, kind of you buy it from the market, but you don't know how they are made. Okay, that is the basic thing you have to. A resistor, usually what they do is they take a small silica kind of thing, or kind of like paper kind of thing, and things like that. Okay, which are completely resistive material. Resistive materials, mostly carbon powder. Carbon powder is a highly resistive material, so it has got specific kind of doping they do on carbon. Carbon can be the burnt wood. It's some kind of carbon. Okay, so that is a kind of carbon, and what resistors are made like this. So they take carbon, burnt wood, like thing which is a charcoal kind of thing, and what they do is they actually dope it with some kind of metal elements, so that there is a minimum conductivity. So that is how they create resistance. Okay, then after that they dip it in some kind of like thick coated some kind of tree sap or something like that, what you get for the paintings and other things, those kind of things. They just wrap it up, and both the ends they have the pins coming out. Okay, so they take a wire, cut it into 2 pieces, small wire, then put graphite that is charcoal inside a small capsule kind of thing. Then they put the graphite inside, and then what they do, they They put a cover, small aluminum foil cover over it. Then after that, they put a seal the whole thing, with the kind of paint or something like that, which is kind of you know totally resistive kind of thing. And after that, they take it to an ammeter and check the resistance. So that is how they release the resistance. Depending on size, the kind of cylindrical thing that comes in, and for kind of cover that is giving in, what is the material that is inside. Like sometimes carbon can be put, sometimes some other material can be put, some kind of resistive material. That's all. So resistive material you can easily find out. You just take an ammeter, go anywhere, and you take a charcoal or something like that and find out the resistance of a charcoal and mix it with something else and find out the resistance of the charcoal and things like that. So you can make a judgment on how much it is going to give in and other things. Okay, so it's just going to work on the electricity and kind of thing, very small voltage around 5 volts or 3 volts or 10 volts and things like that. So you don't have to worry about creating those circuits. It's very simple to create at home. Those resistance can be made at home. So once you have two wires, copper wires or aluminum wires, and then you create all the aluminum kind of seal and then put in all the carbon material inside, carbon material and things. That is how resistors are made. Now if you want to create a transistor, okay, transistor is a little bit different. How we get the material is very simple. So mostly transistor made out of silica. Silica is just common sand kind of thing, but you have to find the dark sand. Okay, dark stones which are extremely thin and dark, and a little bit of shining, those kind of stones we take. Then what you have to do, you have to grind the stone into extremely thin wafers. Okay, extremely thin, so almost like 1 millimeter, or like 1 millimeter, or 0.5 millimeter, or 2 millimeters. Those kind of grinding you have to do. So it will be a thin plate like that, and with that the thin plate, one side you give copper, you have an aluminum, copper, or kind of a straight line kind of thing you can draw. Then after that, you have to cut it into a square, kind of small square size, which is about 3 millimeters to 3 millimeter kind of size. Okay, you have to cut the silica. You can use a diamond kind of cutter. Once you have a diamond kind of cutter, you can make it to small pieces, like 3 cross 3 flat structures. Okay, 3 millimeter cross 3 flat structures of silica. Then after that, you just embed it with whatever kind of doping you want to do, a little bit of doping material, and then after that you paint it on one side. On the other side you have an anode and a cathode kind of thing. So we have two kinds of thing, and then you can test it using a voltmeter, find out what is the voltage that is coming in, and the other side you just give an voltage, and then check in whether it is functioning as a gate kind of thing, a triode kind of thing. Triode kind of thing is, if you give a voltage supply on the gate, then the voltage supply drops or increases depending on what kind of input you give in. If you give a 1 here, then you get a 0 on the output, and if you give a 0 there, then you have a 1 on the output. That is the kind of gate. Is basically, it's a kind of valve, so I told you already. So that is how a transistor is made. So once you have a transistor and a resistor, then you can create a diode, then you can create an AND circuit or an IR circuit and things like that. Okay, so you have to make diodes as transistors, small transistors, about 20 or 50 or 100 transistors you can make at home. Then after that, you can make all the resistors at home. I told you how to make the resistor. Resistor is just carbon material kind of thing with some kind of doping and other things. You can just take an ammeter and go check all the places. You can easily get what is the resistance in a particular place and take out that kind of material, seal it, and then you can give a conductive material on either side, put it in a kind of cylindrical kind of thing, and then use it. Okay, for ordinary electronics, you can do all these things. I'm not talking about wafer thin like plastic electronics and all this. That's going to be the same kind of thing, but it's a kind of different kinds of thing where they do painting and other kind of things, fine wafering and printing kind of thing. So for now, you know how to make a gate, how to make a transistor, how to make a resistor. So now finally you can make an R circuit or an AND circuit or an R circuit and other things. Okay, now I'm showing you another kind of thing with just two things. Okay, this is the implementation kind of how it is implemented. This is an XNOR. I think it's a two circuit logic NOR gate. Okay, This is how the circuitry is made on an OR gate. So the T1 has a plate kind of thing which I told you. So this is the kind of plate. Okay, this is the center part. It is the kind of plate that is the silica plate kind of thing, and you can seal it with a plastic kind of cover or some other kind of non-conductive material, and the lines that you see are the metal kind of thin strips and other things which you can make, and metal wires which you can solder it on the plate, and then you can make a complete transistor out of it. Similarly, the resistor I already did. Here resistor structure looks different, but if you want to see actually, you can go look up on the pages and then you can make it at home. So you can make all these resistors and transistors at home. Once you make all this resistors, you can make an AND gate, NOR gate, or 2-input NOR logic and other things. It depends on how you connect within the things, and then you seal them into a package or a NOR gate kind of thing, and then completely seal it into a single NOR gate. You can make it as a single NOR gate, single AND gate, and things like. Once you seal the complete thing, you have a single AND gate, single OR gate, single NAND gate, and those kind of things you can make. But if you want to really see a transistor and other things, resistors and other things, then you don't have to do a complete sealing. You can just make it as a spot matter item, and then you can interconnect them like this to make an AND circuit, NOR circuit, OR circuit, or gate and other things. Okay, this is just wanted to show you how things work, so that you can make it at home, those kind of things. So this is I told you gated set reset latch and things like that. Latch is for memory storage. You can make your own kind of silica wafers, and you can store your own memory on a silica wafer. These are just for kind of like projects, small projects. You want to do everything from home, do the grinding of the silica. Silica is just, I told you already, it's a dark stone. If you have a extremely dark stone looking, extremely black kind of stone, then that kind of is a kind of mostly content of a very good silica matter. So you can use them as a kind of wafer, and sometimes you can use it for other purposes also. So you can easily break them and some other things. Some of the things are carbon rods which you can make, and carbon, some of the burnt carbon, charcoal, which are like coal, which is actually coal. Coal has a plenty of resistors to make, so you can easily make resistors from coal. So this is a delayed data flip-flop. Flip-flop is basically storing for data and other things. So I just gave you a rough idea how things are made. Okay, then how you seal it, how you make an electrical connection. An ordinary board somewhat looks like this. If you go to highly micron level, nano level, and things like that, those kind of things, the simple board and other things looks like somewhat like this. I wanted to show you where is the thing. Oh, I forgot where is the thing. Okay, they look like this. Okay, if you want to really see some of the things, the structures are like this. It's just a kind of painting. Okay, painting, brush painting and things like that. There you have a plate, kind of silica kind of plate, and you painted all the things and created large. This is extremely microfine for kind of plastic sheet. They are using all these things, and gates nowadays plastic electronics are kind of very famous, and memory storage and logic circuits are made like this. Okay, I wanted to show you one of the example, but this is micro level or a nano level kind of structures which they have created on plastic and other kind of materials. But the ordinary way, if you want to make for normal sense, you can make other things. Okay, that is all for today. I wanted to show you another kind of circuitry which has got all the different kinds of other things. Okay, so this is the kind of things which are kind of this is an active circuit. Okay, this kind of video and other things. Okay, for now. Okay, now so this is another kind of things which you wanted to see, which I don't want to show you right now. So now you know how to make an AND gate, how to make a transistor, how to make a resistor, So once you have a transistor resistor, how to get a copper wire, and how to interconnect them, and then you can make your own silica chips at home, and then you can manufacture those things, and you can do it. If are at home, you can do most of the things. It's not that they have to. You need a require a company or something like Intel or things like that, where to make some common circuitry and other things. Okay, there are things available, but you can make it at home. Most of the things you can make it at home. But if you need extreme care and extreme precision and other things, then you can go buy it from the company and other things, which costs about 50 cents or something like 1 rupee or 2 rupee for a resistor, and about 50 cents for a transistor and things like that. So you can buy it, or you can procure it and you make it use of them. Okay, that is all for now today. So I just wanted to hear how this logic circuitry is made, and how we can make resistors and transistors at home, and how we can connect and interconnect and make a gate kind of structures like a gated set reset latch, how we can make a set reset latch and other things at home, and then interconnect them. So thank you. Bye now. That's all for today.